Latron. That was the weapon when I saw first in Warframe. I immediately wanted to get it, and since that many years I'm a fan of Latron. This is my primary weapon for my mag build, and it's just great. It's just great. I'll show you how well it integrates with Mag Kit. I'll show you why I'm using this setup. I have 3 builds to show you, including the Riven build that I'm using most of the time. And this is a weapon I used to kill solo tank. You know this challenge when you have to kill a tank solo. I use a mag proto frame. So hello everyone, I'm tosi-chan. Okay, so first, let's see how Latron does without any mods. And let's see. Maybe shoot here. As you can see, the recoil is all over the place, kinda hard to shoot. The armor goes down pretty fast, so that's nice. But other than that, it's kinda disappointing. And then we have the Latron, then Incarnon, I mean. Damage is way better. As you can see, I do it automatically. You shouldn't shoot to the enemies, because then it's just kinda useless. What I'm doing, usually I'm shooting to the ground, and it's way useful. But with Mag, we have our second ability. And that's why I love Mag so much with this weapon, because you can just shoot whatever. And look guys, Latron, without any mods, able to kill 175 steel pavilion. Okay. Now let's maybe add some mods. Okay, and here you can see that I'm really not using any mods. Oh yeah, this is the build. But let's go through the Incarnals. So, second evolution, we can decide either more base damage, when speed is higher, blah blah blah. To use that, you need to have a higher speed. So, for example, you need some mod that will make you run faster. That would make sense if you run some Vault or whatever. For me, it's not really that useful, so I'm not using it at all. I'm using this Riddle Target. Increase base damage by +6. On puncture status effect, plus 25% multi-shot for 8 seconds, stacks up to 4 times. 4 times more multi-shot, like it's 100% more multi-shot. That's crazy. And on puncture status effect, as you can see, Latron has really high puncture status effect. So that's a no-brainer for me. Then we have this option. So I used the extended volley, increased base magazine capacity by 15. Now with how the recoil works and how the weapon is kinda flying all over the place, I think marksman hand could be a good idea if you struggle with it. I don't mind that much, but yeah, I'm using this. It's over more ammo, or you can get the minus 30% zone. I don't really aim with this weapon much, so... Okay, and then the most important one. And the reason I was stripping the armor from the Greniers, because you probably noticed I was shooting at the Grenier, and they were losing armor. So, Lancing Spikes, remove 20% of enemy armor per puncture status. Other than that, we have Deadhead, more headshot damage, or Critical Parallel, increase base critical damage by 24%, increase base critical damage multiplier by 0.2%. This is better if you go straight into like critical damage, I guess. I prefer this one. If I can strip armor from the enemies just by shooting at them, hell yeah. Okay, so I have many builds. We'll focus on this one. This is the build I used to beat a tank in solo. It's called Super Latron. And it might seem like kinda whatever, but it's ridiculously strong. You could even like probably tweak it for yourself, obviously. But I think this is such a solid build, I wouldn't change a single thing in that. I know that Serration might seem weird, but yeah, maybe let's go one by one. We have Termite Rounds and Stormbringer for radiation. Then is Serration, more damage, Double Tap is a Latron mod. So on hit, plus 20% bonus damage on next shot for 2 seconds. Stacks up to 20 times outside of Conclave. So if you shoot continuously, you just get bonus damage. That's really cool. A critical delay for more critical chance. Hammer shot, critical chance, status chance. Galvanized chamber is multi-shot. And we have shred. And I have rifle ammo rotation. Don't need it really, but I think I had some problems with ammunition at some point and I changed it, so yeah. And Deadhead because we want to hit enemies to the head. And let's see how it goes. We started, I'll spawn some here. And this is a precise weapon, right? So even that, you know, the recoil is maybe not the best, you want to hit enemies to the heads. And look at this. We don't even need to use Incarnon. I know these enemies were like easy, but let's see this one. So if you want to use Latron, even without using Incarnon form, you just want to deal a lot of damage, you want to be this like marksman. And look at this. Melting through them. Heavy gunner. Boom. And you can even spawn some harder enemies. I grabbed it. Eximus Heavy Gunner. Look at this. And I killed 2 of them because one was behind the other one. The damage is crazy. And this is just a base weapon. We don't use the Incarnon yet. Oh yeah, let's test the Incarnon. So, it's stripping the overguard armor pretty fast. As you can see, like, the damage is just great. And these heavy gunners, Eximus, just die instantly. If we use even this, so we go to this are wounded, or spawn a fresh batch of the Grenier. Okay, so if you use Mag or any other Warframe that can stack enemies together, you can just do this. Except the ones that get overguard. But yeah, this is just such a good weapon. And yeah, like, you should go for the build I just showed you. But if you're interested, I can show you my other build. This is mostly if you just wanna get inspired, maybe change this build a little bit for yourself. I don't know if that's the best build for Latron, probably not. It works for me for every content I did so far, including some super endgame stuff like this corrupted war or the solo tank, the solo Archon hunts, and all. Archimedes, blah blah blah. This is my Riven build, a little bit different. Here we go for viral. I have Latron, this is my Riven. There's like less puncture. It's still some puncture, but it's less. Even more punch through, critical damage status chance. And we have viral acceleration here for a higher fire rate. Why use this one? Because I'm not using the normal version a lot. I'm using this. And with this I can shoot really fast. And because I can shoot really fast, it just makes sense. I can fill up my Incarnon instantly. You know. So this is a little bit different playstyle. If you want to play like as a marksman, then this build I'm using here obviously not good. And you need a Riven, so probably you could put something here, but yeah, this works great for me. I have also this build called Red Crits Moment. I tested it. It's not using red crits, so I don't know what I thought writing that. Maybe I saw this build somewhere and I wanted to test it, but yeah. Well, here we're using Slash, so a little bit different. And if you have if you struggle with the recoil, you can always use Stabilizer. And as you can see, then you have no recoil. Perfect weapon if you want to use it as like a semi-sniper rifle. Just perfect. So yeah, hopefully I convince you that Latron is the greatest weapon ever created, and I love it. Since I started to play Warframe, I love that it's so strong even now. I use these builds for years and they are just great. Whenever I struggle with a content, I just pick my Mag and Latron. So yeah, thank you guys. If you like content like that, subscribe, leave a like, go on my Twitch. Everything is in the description. Thank you everyone, and bye bye.